Greetings Seriously Planners, it's been a while since my last booktube video and today I wanted to record something because it's such gorgeous weather in Vancouver. It's perfect walking, trailing, hiking weather, and I'm actually just about to head out the door to do a trail myself, and walking and books are two of my favorite things. And what I wanted to record today and share with you is some of my favorite books that I've been reading lately that are perfect for if you're about to go for a walk or if you're about to head to a hike, because they'll fit in your purse and they're easy to carry when you're walking, they're easy to carry on the bus, and they're not going to add a lot of weight to your bag. So these are three books that are great summer reads and also particularly wonderful if you are out and about this summer. Okay, so the first one I read a while ago. It's called Birds Art Life by, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but her name is Kyo McClear. And this is a book that is, I've never read any of her books before, but this is really fantastic. She's a Toronto writer, and this book is about her feeling really stuck in her writing and deciding to do something different to get her out of her writer's block. So what she decides to do is follow a man who is a birder for a year. And the book is divided into chapters. Each chapter is a different month about the kinds of birds they see, the lessons she learns from her bird watching experiences, and reflections on the world and both on her own life. It's a beautiful, beautiful meditation on birding. It's kind of a love letter to Toronto, and it's a book that I thoroughly enjoyed. This is, as you can see, not only a small book, but a great book to share on a trip or with someone you love and care about. I read this book out loud with my husband, and for me it was a great way to remember Toronto. For him it was a great way to remember birding, and it was a great way to connect. So in terms of conversation starter, in terms of size, this is definitely one you want to pick up this summer. So Birds Art Life. The second one is a little bit larger, but fun nonetheless. This is called One Day We'll All Be Dead, or One Day and None of This Will Matter, or One Day This Will Matter by Sachi Cool. This is one of my favorite books of the summer. This is a book that I read on a trip to Newfoundland a few weeks back, and it was my book on airports, on walks, in all kinds of places. It is a bit of a bigger book, but it is light. As you can see, it's not that long of a book. And this is Sachi Cool, is a Canadian writer. She's from Calgary, Alberta. Anyway, I can't remember if it's Calgary or Edmonton. And this is a book about growing up as an Indian Canadian woman in Canada, and what that means in terms of how you are read as a person of color, what it means as you figure out your own identity, what it means to grow up in an immigrant family. It's funny, it's serious. She covers everything from rape culture to drinking culture to marriage ceremonies to family to trying to get rid of body hair and all kinds of topics along that spectrum. It's hilarious, and it's something that you will find yourself laughing out loud no matter where you are. So this is one you definitely want to pick up this summer. One Day We'll All Be Dead and None of This Will Matter. The final book is one that I'm super, super excited about. This, I admit, I've been taking with me on walks, and it's a little bit beat up as a result. This is a book done by The Moth called All These Wonders, True Stories About Facing the Unknown. The Moth, if you're not familiar with it, is a storytelling event that started in New York, and there's a number of different iterations of what The Moth looks like now. But at its essence, it's a storytelling event about people coming together to tell stories, where the audience is really the agenda for the night. It's stories without notes, and there's a podcast, there's story slams, there's community coaching programs. This is a collection of 45 stories that really stood out to them, and they're all about vulnerability and exploring the unknown in some way. I was blown away by this collection. It has stories by Louis C.K., it has stories by Tig Notaro, if you follow her stand-up. It has stories by Hassan Minhaj, if you've watched his must-watch Netflix special, Homecoming King. It has stories about hip-hop artists who's trying to figure out his career and ends up working with artists in a program called Street Poets. It's got so many different stories. The story of a father forgiving the man who murdered his daughter. It's got stories of trying to recover a space shuttle that is supposed to photograph Pluto and has been in a mission for 9 years, and something happens at the last moment and what the team does to kind of save that project. It's stunning. The foreword is by Neil Gaiman, who is one of my all-time heroes. It is just so beautiful, and the cover is just stunning. It has those moths, which moths come out when people tell stories on porches in Georgia, or really anywhere, and that memory is what sparks the name of the moth. This book is thick, but it's small. It's perfect for a trail. There's lots of different stories. It's perfect, I think, to read out loud. I read them on my own, but I could see that happening, just a different story every day and having a conversation about what that story brought up for you. So beautiful. And all in all, those are 3 different books that I highly recommend picking up this summer. Birds Are Life, One Day We'll All Be Dead and None of This Will Matter, and All These Wonders by the Moth. And walking and reading, what could be better? I hope you pick up one of these books and do spend some time outdoors over the next few weeks. Wherever you are, I hope there's beautiful weather. Till next time, take care.